Welcome. In our previous session, we have seen the joiner transformation. In our today's session, we will learn the sorter transformation. Okay, sorter transformation is an active transformation and also it is a connected one. So if you look at the sorter, in SQL, we have the order by class, right? So in SQL, we have order by. So order by is used to do sorting algorithm, either by ascending order or descending order. The same way in Informatica, we have the transformation called sorter. So it will do the sorting algorithm, right? It will make the data either ascending order or descending order. So where it will be used in real time. So whenever we are facing some performance issue, like we are using some aggregator, we are using some rank transformation, we are using some joiner, or we are using some lookup. So data is like not sorted order, then it will take a lot of time. It will have some performance issue. So to avoid this performance issue, we are going to use the sorter transformation. So sorter transformation is used to sort the data. Okay, so whatever the data is coming, to sort the data. Then you can ask me the question, why it is inactive? If you are giving 100 records, it will sort, right? How it will be active? That we will see the later point of our session. If you look at here, in SQL, we have the order by class. If you look at these queries, I'm going to execute this query in the HR schema. If you look at here, just I have made it like select star from employees table, order by salary. So if I'm selecting only select star from employees, just I'm selecting only select star from employees, it will select whatever the way we have inserted the data. But I want to order based on the first name or something. So for an example, instead of salary, I'm going with first name. So first name, I'm making it, and it will make the order by on the first name. So look at here, this is from alphabet order A, and then it is alphabetically it is increasing, right? So we are getting some J here. Why it is like J is last, right? Small j is last because of this lowercase. Okay, the ASCII value of lowercase is higher than the uppercase. That is why this John is on last. Okay, if you are making first name on descending order, then this John will become the first one, right? Then it will go to the order by on the descending order. So this is what the order by. For an example, instead of order by first name, I'm going with order by salary. So it will make the salary based on the order. So if you are not mentioning any ascending order, descending order, it will by default take ascending order. So this is what it will go with lower salary to higher salary. It will increase in this way. The highest salary is 5 nines, right? So this is what the order by class will do in SQL. You can make order by salary descending. You can see here the order by salary descending. It will make descending order of the data. So for an example here, if you look at the order by salary and descending, we are making the employees based on the salary from highest to least. If you look at here, there are 2 employees are getting the same salary, right? 2 employees are getting same salary. If you are ordering this way, this employee Shelley may ask question that, okay, why I'm the second person, right? Among us, why I'm the second person? She will ask question. And also if you look at here, there are 4 members are getting the same salary. So it is making order by on the salary only, but within this particular salary, how we are ordering. So that is called the second column. So second column or third column, you can make it. So order by salary descending, then one more column we are giving like higher date. So what will happen now? So it will make order by on the salary only first. If the same salary, if I'm getting more values here, more repeated values, then it will go for the second column. So second column is, look at here, there are 4 employees are getting the same salary, right? Then it will make the order by on the higher date, ascending order. We haven't mentioned anything ascending or descending. By default, it will take ascending. Within this particular salary, it's making the ascending order. Look at here. So this is what the salary column, you can do it. Okay. For an example, so this is more than one column you can make, any number of columns you can make. Okay. And also, if you are making this order by any column, if this particular column itself, the first column itself, I have the unique value, then Oracle will not check the second columns. So this column it will not check. Why? Because here itself it is unique, right? So you will be getting higher salary to least salary, then it will not check the second one. If I'm getting any duplicate value on the first order by class, then it will go for the second one. So this is the order by one. Okay, you can ask one more question, how the null values will be ordered. So always the SQL in any database, null will be treated as highest value. Look at here, select star from employees, order by, I am making commission percentage. Why? Because this order by commission percentage, this column contains some null values. So I'm making like commission percentage, it is making from here, then it is making from 0.1 to 0.4. After that 0.4 only, it is making null values. Why? Because null treated as highest value by default. If you are making order by descending, then this is what the descending, first null values, then only the highest value. So all the null values, then highest value, then it will go for the least values. So null always will be treated as highest value. So why I'm telling all this, right? The same concept is applicable in Informatica also. You can make one column, order by on one column, or two columns, or a number of columns. Okay. And also how the null value will be treated. So that is also, we can use it in sorter transformation. So in sorter, so if you look at here sorter transformation, we have port, some different port will be there. Like you have the input port, it will receive the input. So we know already the input port will receive the input. And we have output port, then key port, then direction we'll have. If I'm giving salary as input port, and I'm enabling the salary as key port here, then make that direction, either it's ascending or descending. From top to bottom, whichever the port is enabled first one, it will be ordered first one. Okay, so first it will order by salary, descending. If the salaries are same, then it will go for the second column is higher date. If you are making this way, first column is higher date, then salary, from top to bottom, which is the first one now, higher date. So higher date will be ordered first. If some employees have joined on the same date, then it will be ordered based on the salary. So this is what it will do. I can make this way. So this way also I can make here. Okay. So control is that I can make here also. Okay. Now I will go to the Informatica and I will do the mapping. Go to mapping designer. Since I have already taken this employees table and T underscore employees table, I'm going to make this employees table as source, T underscore employees table as target. And I'm going to create a mapping, M underscore sorter transformation. Just I'm making the mapping name is M underscore sorter transformation. Then drag and drop employees source. And we can drag and drop the T underscore employees on the target side. So this is the target and this is what the source. You can keep the sorter here. You can keep the sorter here. This is A to Z. It will do the sorting algorithm. You can take the sorter here. You can make the sorter in between source qualifier and target. You can drag and drop all the columns to sorter now. You can see the key port, right? Key port here. Key port is nothing but order by whichever the column we are giving, that is the key port. Double click on the transformation. You can go to this key port and direction. You can see whichever the port. For an example, I'm making that key port like salary. You want to make it like ascending order, descending order. You can enable this key port and direction you can give. As of now, I'm giving like salary, order by on the salary, descending order. Then go to this properties. The properties you can see sorter cache size. This cache memory is nothing but, so sorting algorithm, it will compare all the records and then it will do the sorting. So that is why we have the working directory. Informatica will keep all the data. It will fetch all the data to Informatica cache memory. In the cache memory, it will make sorting algorithm. Then it will make ascending or descending based on the key port we have selected, key port and the direction we have selected, and it will create a sorting. So definitely it will fetch all the record to the Informatica level and then it will sort. It will take some time. Okay, some time it will take. And you can see the cache size. You can give auto. No need to give any other values here. Why? Because if the data volume is getting increased, so this will take automatically the cache size is automatically it will assign it. Case sensitive. So what is this case sensitive? Case sensitive is nothing but if I'm giving like this, okay, if I'm giving like this some data, so this is Arun, okay, this is Babu and Babu. This is how the case sensitive. Which one should be order first? either this one or this B or this B. Okay, so that is what the case sensitive. If you are giving case sensitive yes, then this will be taken as first, this will be taken as second. Why? Because based on the ASCII value, the uppercase will have the lower value, right? So that is why it will take the first one, then it will take the second one, then it will take. So this is what you will have the case sensitive. You can give, always it will be enabled. We can give that working directory $PM temp directory. So it will keep the data in this particular directory. It will make the order. Then distinct, I will tell you after some time. The null treated as low. So we have seen, right? Null value will be treated as highest value. We have seen here. If I want to make the null treated as low value, then you have to give here like null treated as low value. So this is transformation scope for all the inputs. So these are all the properties. We have one property called distinct. This property, if you are enabling this property, this sorter transformation will allow only the distinct record pass through it. It will remove the duplicate from the sorter. We have this distinct option in two transformation. One is sorter, the other one is source qualifier. Source qualifiers distinct will be used to select the distinct record from the source itself. But anywhere in the pipeline, if you want to filter out, anywhere in the pipeline, if you want to select the distinct record, you can go for the sorter transformation, this distinct. Because of this property only, the sorter transformation is called it as active transformation. Since it is removing the duplicate, right? If I have any duplicate, it is removing the duplicate. So that is the reason the sorter transformation is an active transformation. So based on your scenario, you can select the properties here. Now apply. Just I have given only this salary descending order. Click on OK. Then select all the port and then you can give it to target. Control yes. It should be valid. Then go to the workflow manager. We can create a workflow and we can run it. We will check whether it is making the order by on the salary descending order. So WF underscore sorter transformation. Click on OK. Then click on this session task. You can keep here session. Then select the sorter transformation. Click on OK. Now you can link the task here from here. Double click on it. Go to mapping. Source should be pointed to source connection. The target should be pointing to target one. So we know already the connection details we have seen in the installation itself, and we are using this for more quite of time. Then truncate target table option. If you want, you can enable it. So incremental data load, you should not enable it. Only if you want to have some staging load or truncate and load, in the sense it will truncate the target table and it will load the data. So for our practical purpose, we are just truncating and loading it. You can double click on it. You can enable this property like fail parent if this task fails, and you can enable one more property in the config object. Stop on error equal to 1. It's nothing but if any one error comes, it will stop the execution. And also fail parent if this task fail, in the sense fail parent if this task fails. If the session fail, the workflow will get failed. So normally these properties we will enable in the real time. Okay, now it's valid. You can right click, start workflow. So the monitor will be opened now. You can double click, you can go to the get run properties. You can see here how many records it is reading from the source and writing into the target. You can see here 107 record read from the source and 107 record written into the target. You can see. So this is what you can see the statistics, and there is no rejected record, and throughput is number of record per second. If you go and check in the target table, you can go to the core schema and check this T_employees table. You can see here the data has been loaded based on the salary, right? Based on the salary descending order, it is loading. But look at here. Here I'm having like, if I'm having 2 employees are getting same salary, it is not able to do the ordering, right? It is not able to do the ordering. So within this 10,000, it is not in order. Or if you want to order based on the employees, based on the hire date, you have to go to the, so these 4 employees will ask question, right? So Herman may ask question, why I'm also getting 10,000, why I'm the 4th person, right? Among us. Then I will tell like, okay, whoever joined to the company first or hire date will be the first, I'm making that order within this particular employee. Then I can go to the designer, double click, go to the hire date and enable the hire date first. So as I told already, from the top to bottom, whichever the port is enabled first, the Informatica will make the order by on the first column. So first column is hire date. It will make order by hire date. Then it will make the salary. Look at here, I will show you the result. Then I will make the second one. Okay. Now it will make the order by on the hire date only. Since I have changed after creating the session, refresh mapping, control yes, start workflow. It will start and then run. So since from the top to bottom, now it is hire date is first one. Informatica will order based on the hire date. If some employees have joined on the same date, it will order based on the salary. Look at here. It will order based on the salary. You can go to the target. Now you can check it. It will not based on the order by on the salary. It is based on the order by on the hire date. 2001, then 2002, then 3 like this. But if you look at here, 7th June 2002, there are again 4 employees, right? 7th June, there are 4 employees have joined on 7th June, but based on the salary, it is making the order. Why? Because here we have given order by hire date first, then salary descending, right? Salary descending. That is the reason order by hire date, then it is making the salary descending. But our case, our requirement is different, right? Order by salary, then hire date. How can I make? Keep the cursor here. You can see the arrow mark here. You can move the selected port down. You can make it down. So from the top to bottom, you can see the salary is first one. The next one is hire date. Apply here, then apply. So something, if you look at here, the link will be twisted one, no issues. Then you can refresh the mapping. Then you can run the workflow. It will order correctly now. It has been completed. You can control enter. You can select it. You can see order by on the salary now. Employees are getting same salary. If employees are getting same salary, it is making order by on the hire date ascending order. June 2002, then Jan 2004, Jan 2005, March 2006. So this is the functionality of sorter transformation. Okay. So sorter transformation, I have explained everything that the one exercises I can give you. So as I told, we have the property called distinct. You can take sometimes the interview, they will ask, okay, if I have a flat file, it has some duplicate record. How can I remove the duplicate record from a flat file? Okay, you cannot use source qualifier distinct, right? You cannot use source qualifier distinct. Why? Because the source is flat file. So after the flat file, you can put source qualifier. After the source qualifier, you can sort, you can place the sorter transformation. In the sorter, you can place the distinct option. If you are enabling the distinct option here, then all the port will be, key port will be enabled. To remove the full row duplicate, it will make the key port here. So this is the functionality of this distinct. If you want to remove the duplicate anywhere in the pipeline, we can use sorter transformation. You can take one example. You can take one flat file. You can keep some duplicate record. Then you can place some sorter transformation here. Then you can use distinct. You can load only distinct record. So full row duplicate only it will remove. If any one of the column has been changed, then it will not remove. It will not consider that as a duplicate record. So this is the functionality of sorter. So sometimes interview they will ask why sorter is an active. Because of this property, sorter is an active. So kindly practice this. You will get all the functionality of sorter.